Hollow gonna be first up versus Speed. He got himself full dots. It's gonna be Karma immediately. That's gonna be a lot of damage happening right now. As the leg sweep hits, Hollow does go in for a fear. Speed breaking out of that one fairly quick. Oh, I am sorry. What did I just witness? What was that rising sun kick? Holy cow, what just happened? Hollow didn't even get a chance, didn't even get a press to disperse or nothing. Gonna be immediate port as Speed gets charged on by Dalaran. Just wants to bail out of there, just ghosting the guy as soon as possible. Can somebody run it back again? What the hell happened to the priest just now? Speed, what are you doing to that man? Got himself full Warbreaker with a blade dance, a blade storm blade dance. What am I talking about? I guess he is spinning like a twirling little ballerina. I guess that is a blade dance of sorts. Got himself full defense with a dampen harm, trying to see if he can reach some of the damage from Tal. Still worried about that avatar, parries up immediately. Got himself a defensive stance of Dalaran, trying to see if he can mitigate the damage. Gonna be a batter down, taking it out very quickly as expecting the leg sweep. That's gonna be a blade storm to follow. Speed needs an out for this situation, trying to catch up and healing as best as possible. Tal is hot on his tail, not taking a lot of damage. Second wind kicking back in, and Speed stunned up, just needs one more execute. Does break out of it with a charge to follow. Fist of Fury catching him real quickly, needs to break it, overpowers the Fist of Fury, not letting those things hold him back whatsoever, as Bilbo is going to be up next. Immediately sends his pets into a bestial frenzy. Stun around the corner. Tal does not have a trinket for this one, but at least he's not playing into dampening. Last time him and Bilbo fought, it was a very dampener game. Definitely not in Dalaran's favor, and those pets of Bilbo's, once he got more of them up and running, really just savaged down the warrior. Charging back in, got himself full parry. Full bleeds are up into Bilbo. Cannot remove these bleeds, so that's a lot of damage he just has to take to the face. It's going to be a nice disengage. Almost got himself a juke. That's going to be a stun to a leap by Tal. Bilbo got himself full death shock him, as well as a bear's fortitude to get himself a little bit extra help to work with. Just trying to see if he can go defensive with abilities, but staying aggressive, staying up in melee, not letting Dalaran go anywhere whatsoever, taking so much damage. Tal might be in a lot of trouble. May need a fear for all the pets. Fear last second. It's gonna try to see if he can bail out. Some of those pets are undead, so they'll ignore that fear. May need a shadow meld. He is taking so much damage. May need something to break. Oh, he doesn't even get a chance. Those pets do it. Wait a second, Bilbo's also dead. Wait, he's almost dead. Wait a second, Umbrel's not gonna give you a spot. Oh my god, they have the acceleration last. Was that Exil? No, Warlock has the last second for Bilbo stun onto Umber, trying to see if he can buy himself some time. Human Racial last second does get a tar trap slow. Root onto Umber, at least able to get away from the guy. He needs everything he can right now. He's just trying to live. Man's just trying to find himself some time. He's running on borrowed health. That glaive throw actually might just kill you, right? Freezing trap last second. Are you still alive? Are you dead? Freezing trap catches the guy last second. Please tell you to live. Are you alive? Does not get a camo either. The guy breaks out of freezing trap so fast. Glaive not connecting. Was that a knockback trap? Or no, that wasn't a knockback trap. That's chimeric. Oh, the glaive connects. I think it's over, right? Oh, got himself fortification of the bear last second. Hold on a minute. Do you have a stun? No stun for a while. Stunned by the demon hunter instead. Does get hit with a tar trap though. High beam. I think it's over, right? Oh, I'd be very surprised if you lived that. That was so close, man. He lived for so long. Umber almost had him for a while there. More to call into a fear. Got himself a full setup with a cannibal to follow. Umber does see Infernal dropping in. It's going to be Portal 1, Portal 2. Trying to go for the hunt, but it's triple Portal. Just collapsing on the guy. Not much you can do there. As Haven is in a pretty good spot. Panorama trying to make sure that they are opening with the maximum range away from Haven. And look at the damage Boomkin can do from range. He just got full dots with a big beam steering down Haven. And they're melting little by little. That is constant pressure that they're having to deal with. Haven tried to see if he could set himself up a gate, try to see if he closed that gap, but a bash bear paw meeting him immediately is going to be more damage out of Panorama. Haven having to cast around circle, or cast around while going up the ramp. Cyclone really quickly with Panorama before the Fury can come out. He got himself full burst at the ready. Question is, does he himself the start surges he needs in order to be able to take him down? This is going to be a port for Haven, holding on to that shield for a little bit longer. Still constant damage, rotting him down little by little. Panorama does get the star surges here and there. Needs to maintain a eclipse as soon as possible because it's going to amplify all of his astral damage as best as it can. Into a couple of rats. Haven is not in a good spot right now. Needs a mortal coil, needs a heal, needs to kind of CC. But I think at this point, I don't really know what Haven could do. Trying to go for a stun is just a lot of damage taken. from a Boomkin. Got yourself a little Fade Dragon join in. The dots are searing you. The stars itself are aligned against you. And Saw's my bad. Try to see if you catch up to Pana. It's going to go for a full Death Chakra Panorama with a Bar Skin as well as a Heart of the Wild, just to tank up as much as possible. Full root onto all these pets, looking to bail out of this as best as he can. He knows that if he can control the pets of the Beastmaster Hunt, he'll reduce a ton of the BM damage as best as he can. Bannon don't look at all that good, but he got himself a little bit of self-healing with the Frenzied Regen while in bear form. Cyclone still available. Still got Heart of the Wild rolling, so he's got himself at least a feeling that maybe will help him maintain a little bit, but at 30% dampening, it's going to be kind of reduced, especially with a pet that has a Mortal Strike effect. All that healing is just destroyed. It's basically nothing. You still try to see if you can climb back out on top from this one. Bars can come back up very, very soon. We'll have to get aggressive, I think, at some point. Bear form back up. If you can avoid the pets and get rooted into the pets, you'll actually be able to control them so much. Try to see if you can maybe go for a bash, but I don't think he has it. Kill shot right after him. One more regrowth, but I think it might just be over. Next kill shot is going to be the end of you. Pana trying to survive as best as possible, avoiding the pets so well, but a kill shot could just be the dead. Oh no, how are you still alive? He needs a root. He needed a root, he needed a heal. He got a root last second, actually. He got a root last second, but I think the dots maybe from the bleed, the barb shot might have just got him at the end. Baron walking in, IBF just breaking out of OCC, trying to see if he could roll over. Saw's my bad. The guy doesn't go in for a turtle shell for just a second. Tar trap with the Baron, has himself a grip. As long as there's line of sight, he does get that grip, which is exactly what he needed. Death Shock him, ramps right through all the undeads, but he doesn't stay on Baron for long since there's so many different targets for it to bounce off of. Did everybody get a chance to play? I believe so. So Baron, I don't know how you're gonna fight versus Griff. What the hell is going on? What am I witnessing? Griff was everywhere and nowhere at once. Tell me rogues aren't cheating. Tell me rogues aren't cheating right now. What is this? Cheap shot? There's nothing you can do. Just locked down Sepsis. Got himself a Death Chakram Death Pack last second into a dome. Blind onto Griff. Doesn't have a lot of health to work with. Trying to see if he can make his way out. He's trying to see if he can carve some kind of a fight for himself in any way possible. I gotta appreciate the gusto of this man, but the fact that he's just no health. Griff is just gonna go for it. Shuriken throw. Really? Shuriken throw. That's what you could end it with. We got also Saws back in as well as Speed. It looks like Hollow is going to be first up, trying to see if he can perch up by the pillar immediately. Baron over in the back. I like the way that Zandalari on Holy Death Knight. I like that Tell back in. We got Umberwing as well as Haukan and Hollow. Gotta be first. I think versus Saws, my bad. Got himself full camo. Immediately trying to see if he can skulk around. Hollow repositioning, kind of guessing where Saz may be. Immediate kill command right afterwards. Saz, as long as he gets himself line of sight and gets a bunch of kill commands, his pets actually run, flee in all directions. Even the Bishop, doesn't Bishop Rat supposed to like break you out of fears? But it's not a PvP town, you gotta run for it to happen like that. Hollow is going to go for a little bit of heal, catching into a steel trap stun. Right afterwards, Hollow is going to go for a human racial, trying to see if he can bust out of it as soon as possible. Not really looking good health-wise, has to play a little bit slower, does not have the same ability as a hunter in order to keep himself going. No interrupt, or actually attempt to interrupt by Sazba bad, but this is going to have it down for a little bit. Hollow trying to see if he can reposition, still going for flash shield play. Will probably need to use the disperse at some point. Dalaran is trying to find a better angle, maybe waiting for a fear. Does get himself for fear. Full PI, mad damage to the Saz. Does go for the Dark Ascension. Maybe this will be able to do something right now. Saz does go for Feign Death. Cannot remove dots anymore. And actually looks like the dots are ramping up. Big hit onto Saz out of left field. I don't even know what just hit him just now. It's going to be Eternal. Cannot remove the dots of the Feign Death. Does run into a freezing trap. Looks like Hollow does have himself a big go that we're just saving up for, waiting to play around the fear. Trying to go for a quick heal. Saz is still rotting little by little. Trinket right after. Going to be back-to-back Shadow Word deaths. Just collapsing on the Saz. Eating away at it, but also eating at Hollow a little bit. It's going to help Hollow break out of certain CC. Stun into Saz. Cannot break out of this at all. It's going to go for a bit of damage. Stun into Hollow. Might be a dispersed situation. Saz needs some kind of a heal. I think he might be drained of all cooldowns. Can maybe Shadow Meld a fear or a stun. Big Void Torrent. Does he have an interrupt for this one? It looks like Hollow does end up collapsing on him completely. I was trying to figure out, like, Hollow's kind of holding back there for a bit. What is he trying to go for? And then I saw the fear at the bottom right of his whole ability bar, and I thought, oh wait, what if he's trying to set up for a big fear? I see the fear PI full thing, and he just climbs out of nowhere, dude. I love it. The burstiness that Shadow Priest can pull off a little bit here and there. kidney shot into a full sepsis go versus Hollow. Does not have an answer. Did not even get a chance. Barely even got to blink it. Down he goes with Hauken. Will need to get himself a flare. Hunter's Mark potentially on the rogue in order to get himself as much of an advantage versus the scoundrel as best as possible. I think drop down a oh, I couldn't really tell which way he dropped the freezing trap, but he does catch a rogue, does get a Hunter's Mark on a max range setting in the pets. Grifkin cannot catch up to him whatsoever, getting him with slows back to back. Cheap shot does force a trick out of Hauken really early on as the pet sack comes out. Looks like he's gonna go for a reset, still has himself a Hunter's Mark, does have to clear a Cloak of Shadows for this one. So he loses out on a big defensive, and Hauken, if he get himself eyes, he could send, it looks like it's exactly what he's gonna go for. He could send the pets in versus Griff. They should be able to catch up to him. Pets do find the scent, and as long as he gets a Hunter's Mark before Griff really gets himself a proper opener, tries to go for a slow immediately. Freezing trap to catch Griff, does burn a trinket for it, trying to see if he can build up for some damage. Gonna be an aspect of the bear in order to give yourself a little bit extra, or fortitude of the bear, I guess fort buff, in order to get himself a little bit more health to work with. Griff does get a death shark and blind to fall into Hauken. Still lots of damage on the Griff. Does he have a proper stun? Trying to go for a shift. Lots of pets summoning in. Griff does get himself an evasion, but he still might be in trouble. Pets are hitting behind him. They actually get a big kill command damage in. Griff might still be in a lot of trouble. These pets are getting the angle on him. Does go for advantage. Still Hunter's Mark on him. All the pets see you anyway. Hold on a second. Kidney shot. Do you live at sepsis? Does he go down or does the Hunter go down? He's trying to see if he can go for it all in. Oh, he just denied cheat death. Does the Hunter go down either way? He does. Cheat death denied. A speed runs in. He actually was able to overpower the rogue. I don't know what happened to his cheat death. It just looked like he never got it. The game just denied it from him. I guess maybe the game itself, some omnipotent force of the arena, decided, you know what, rogues already have all the advantages. I'm just gonna take the cheat death away from him. I know he talented into it, but no. No. Karm immediately onto speed as Umberwing might have to be very, very careful. Has himself an immunity, may want to press nether, does inside, flies up in the air. Decides he wants to leave the stratosphere, would rather become a satellite, barraging down speed as the man got himself a little bit of healing. Umbral, not a lot of health available right now. He's actually not doing all that good. Is this still dotted from Karma? Trying to go for a meta, maybe can pick up some kind of health. Got himself leech healing into a full imprisoner to speed. At least got himself maybe sigil, doesn't quite connect into a full stun. Maybe can get himself some kind of a setup. IBM for just a second. Blade has to follow, just gets kicked. I know he used like a backflip, but it looked like he absolutely just got roundhouse kicked backwards. That actually looks so good. Baron is up next as Unholy DK, stun into speed. Actually, are you Unholy? You are Unholy. I was thinking for a second. I saw the rune weapon, and every time my brain just links it to Frost all the time, but it is Unholy. Got himself a trinket on speed really, really early on. Baron taking a bit of damage, but he's also got a lot of damage built up. The army of undead surrounding speed. He could go for a port. Can he? Or does he not have a port set up in such a way? That is a full regenerate for Baron. Does get attacked by all the pets. Cannot really do much against those pets. They are cleaving the entire team, but not really doing too much damage to Bilbo and Haven or anybody like that. Baron just needs some good line of sight. The pets are doing a lot of damage. Just needs a couple of clawing shadows. And I think he might just have speed. Speed getting caught in the corner there for a second. You need to chain of ice as soon as possible. He's just trying to see if he can work your pet down a little bit here. Baron could maybe summon a new one. He does, I think, waiting out for a next stun. He's trying to see if he can build up some resources on speed. Gets hit with an incap. Potentially Monk can maybe get himself a go. Big army of the dead. That is a full karma. Has himself a AMS for this one. Try to see if he can slow down speed. Let the pets do all the work. I think he's playing like a pet build. Drop it down the AMC as a Ring of Peace is going to try to see if he can boop him out of the way. Chain of Ice slowing down speed. Does not have any more defenses versus the Unholy DK, but the blind Unholy DK catching himself super, super low. Speed wants to see if he can end this duel. He just needs one big kick. Death Pact is going to give Baron a little bit extra help to work with. It's going to be Death Goes Flight and Speed trying to go for a little bit of self-heal behind the pillar. What is this rejuve looking thing that she had going on for ya? Is that like some kind of another heal? Baron, no health whatsoever available. Does not have a way out of this situation. Does end up going down with Talrion, last one left over for the team 2. Has to fight through a Monk, Warlock, Destra, as well as Beastmaster Hunter, letting Speed catch up as much health as possible to at least have as much of an auto duel as he humanly can. Tal will need to use everything he can in order to fight through the Fist Fury into a full Storm Bolt as the fists come out. Full big bleeds out to Speed. Does not have to worry about a karma, so you can actually get super aggressive. Speed got him some big defenses, but I think the dots are just gonna have him. There's not much you can do. As soon as the dots are set in, it's just over. Second one kicking in for Tal. He does see kind of how it... Is it Howen? How Heaven? He's switching out pet, sacrificing it. Dalaran thinks he's fighting against maybe the Warlock. He should be looking behind him. He should be looking at the fact that there's no Hunter anywhere. I think he realized the Hunter is in stealth. He has to be going up against him. Immediate so on to Bilbo, dropping down a charge trap. Trying to see if he can disengage as soon as the charge comes out, but a Stormbolt is going to stop him. It's human racial with a sack. It's going to be a banner down for Tal. Big parry, trying to see if he can survive this damage. He needs to make sure the pets are in front of him so he can at least parry all of their attacks, but the pets are swinging around him, doing so much damage to Tal, trying to catch up a little bit of health. That's going to be silence with the Chimeric Poison. Defensive stance for Tal. Fear onto all these pets, but the undead pets don't get feared. Kill shot right after. Tal needs an out on this one. Maybe he can go for Shadow Meld. Last second Shadow Meld. Oh no, he does go down. Bilbo sending in the pets. He does end up ravaging the guy. Griff does catch up too. Speed catching up to him. And Bilbo catching up 1. Not bad, not bad. Oh, well, I guess also Tell 2 as well, yeah? I just read everybody on Team Purple. I didn't even get to read the other teams at all. Let's get us another one going, boys, yeah?